It's World No Tobacco Day today. Since 1987, the World Health Organization has been encouraging people around the globe to put out their smokes for 24 hours on this day and give a thought to the health consequences. According to the World Health Statistics 2016, there are 1.1 billion smokers globally, and tobacco use leads to nearly 6 million deaths each year, 600,000 of which are the result of non-smokers being exposed to secondhand smoke. While in China, there are more than 315 million smokers. Over a quarter of male adults smoke. Tobacco-related diseases kill more than 1 million Chinese every year. That's about 3,000 deaths per day, and about 100,000 of them are killed by secondhand smoke. Well, let's get you some perspective on that story. A little earlier, we spoke to Evan Blacher. He's a World Health Organization tobacco control expert. We began by asking him about the theme for No Tobacco Day and the importance of plain packaging.
World No Tobacco Day is plain or standardized packaging of tobacco products. And the aim of this is to remove brands from the package of tobacco products. The whole idea behind this is to remove the pack as a tool, as an advertising, marketing, and promotion tool that tobacco companies can use. As we've limited and restricted other forms of advertising, marketing, and promotion, the pack has become more important to them. So what this does is makes the packs less appealing, less glamorous. How this reduces tobacco use is ultimately it's an evidence-based policy. What we've seen is it being implemented already in Australia in December 2012, and we've already seen in Australia a 0.55 percentage point reduction in tobacco use. While 0.55% percentage points might not sound like a lot, it actually translates into a very large number of people. We now see more than 100,000 Australians no longer using tobacco use as a result of the packaging changes in December 2012.
Well, tobacco is Zimbabwe's biggest foreign currency earner, and many rely on the crop for their livelihoods. The global crackdown on smoking, though, means it's an industry that's increasingly under threat. Farai Mokotoya has more on that story.
The riches these farmers have earned from Zimbabwe's golden leaf continue to attract more of them to try their hand at it. It's the biggest success story of the farming industry. But a global push to control and ultimately ban smoking means returns for these farmers could be short-lived. The majority of tobacco is exported in its raw form, but local manufacturers still have a sizable domestic market which is closely regulated.
We have signed most conventions in the control of and use of tobacco. We, I believe, have some of the most stringent regulations regarding the use of tobacco in the country.
Smoking in public buildings is banned, and sale of cigarettes to people under the age of 18 is a criminal offense. Years of economic hardships have spawned a growing number of informal street vendors plying their trade on street sides and pavements.
Out here on the streets, it's difficult to control who is buying tobacco.
Brian, just over 18 himself, says some of his clients are minors.
I know it's wrong, but the reason I'm on the streets is to make money. So if someone comes to buy, I can't let that income go, even if they're underage.
It's the reason why some activists want a total ban on the sale of tobacco products. But some fear that will create a black market. Opinions are divided on that, as well as whether or not the country should grow a crop that is such a grave health hazard.
We are a primary producer of tobacco. We also know the harmful effects of tobacco. So, by understanding the responsibilities as a primary producer, we are at the forefront of those countries that we are saying, yes, we produce it, but it is not good for our health. We must take precautions. In the long run, as a country, we could migrate to a more agreeable crop as a replacement for tobacco.
That would mean learning the ropes again for these farmers who for now have found their forte. Farai Makutuya, CCTV, Harare, Zimbabwe.